Let's get into the first topic of the day. First 3nm ASIC miners released by Bitmain. Let's get into it. So basically, a crypto mining startup has recently announced its arrival in the crypto space with the launch of a highly sophisticated range of crypto miners. The 3 mining rigs from Bitmain are the earliest of 3nm ASIC miners to hit the market. Powered by latest technology, these miners make crypto mining effortless for all while generating profit with just 1 month. Okay, this is a terrible sentence and they need to fix it, but it's okay. We kind of expect it. This is coming from directly from their website. And so, there's going to be a language barrier here. Let's just try to gather out what we can from it. The most compelling feature of the Bitmain's BM1 and BM2 and BM Pro crypto miners is their extraordinary hash power. All these mining rigs are capable of mining Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Monero with incomparable efficiency. Is this real? All right. So, excuse me. So BM1 is 380 terahash. I don't believe it. Or 40 gigahash on Litecoin. Or 2.5 gigahash on Ethereum. Or 3 megahash a second on Monero. The BM2 is a claimed 610 terahash a second on Bitcoin, 64 gigahash a second on Litecoin, 4 gigahash a second on Ethereum, and 5 megahash a second on Monero. The BM Pro is said to have 1950 terahash a second on Bitcoin, 200 gigahash a second on Litecoin, 13 gigahash a second on Ethereum, and 16 megahash a second on Monero. Along with the high hash rates, profitability of any crypto miner depends on a great deal on its power consumption. Bitmain has taken this into account while designing the BM1, BM2, and BM Pro miners that have low power consumptions. I think this is respectively. So BM1 at 650 watts. 380 terahash a second at 650 watts. Come on. 850 watts and 220 watts. Does anybody else notice that the naming scheme is the Intel naming scheme, just with the Z dropped off of it too? That's interesting. Over the years, the benefits of crypto mining have been enjoyed by only individuals that are extremely technology savvy. Bitmain is looking to change this by creating mining rigs that can be used by anyone, including those with no knowledge or experience of crypto mining. Quote, the range of advanced crypto mining products offered by Bitmain is built utilizing a new era of crypto mining technology. The best part about our miners is that they bring an amazing investment opportunity for all crypto miners, including those with no knowledge or previous experience in IT or cryptocurrency mining, said Daniel Hansen, CEO from Bitmain. To find out more, you can be at this website over here. And let's see what they have listed. So they don't have anything listed for sale as far as this goes yet, do they? Yeah, not yet. Look at that BM Pro there. So this looks just basically like a regular old... It says you can buy now. I don't trust this at all. What's your payment? Except in Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Power consumption, 650 watts. They're covering it all. So if I click buy now, what does it do? You enter in your information and then it says total $5,000. Has anybody heard of this company? All right. So what happens a lot, because these kind of things come along across the desk, and this was actually had come to me via a viewer that was in Rocket Chat, and they sent this over this morning, or yesterday, sorry, excuse me. And essentially what I wanted to do was go over it and kind of give you guys an idea of like how you can end up like basically kind of getting scammed in these kind of websites here. And you want to be really careful. But let's just give you an example. That was a 380 terahash, right? Right now, the average cost per terahash is around $80 to $90 per terahash. Let's say we're at the low end and we're at $80. We would take $80 times 380. That would be $30,400. That would be the going rate for the BM1. And as you could see, what they were requesting for payment was $5,000. There is really no case in which, if it was real, they would charge less than any other ASIC miner on the planet for by far the most hash rate on the planet. Okay? And so right off the bat, you can say, this isn't real. It's not actually true. And I need to be careful with these types of websites. And this continues. So we're all going to get caught or potentially caught, at some point with some sort of scam. I've done videos on them when I do mess it up. But this is becoming increasingly more common within cryptocurrency. And what we have, of course, is now websites like WCCF Tech basically talking about the light hash rate BIOS unlocker tool here that we talked about yesterday, that, has pretty much no proof of working. It requires that you flash from, of course, a Windows PC, which means they're probably wanting to get that telemetry data or something along those terms. They do no mention of my video or any of the other community crypto mining videos saying, hey, be careful, this is probably a scam. And it was also on video cards here as well. And I don't know if they've updated this. People on Twitter, you guys have been good about replying to these tweets at least, and letting these publications know that this is potentially, dangerous at this point. And unfortunately, this is kind of the nature of the industry right now, where when really exciting things are put out, like 100% light hash rate unlock, 380 terahash for $5,000, these types of things, if you're ingrained into the community and you pay attention to like where the technology is, you're like, okay, no, that's not realistic. Even if you went down to 3 nanometer, what is the possibility of actually improving performance by 400% and decreasing power by 400%? And, all that, you'd be like, no, that doesn't make sense. Even an architectural change down to 3 nanometers is not going to do that. When we're talking about light hash rate unlocks, if there was going to be like 100% one, would you expect it to come from a GitHub user that has never had any previous commits, right? Would that GitHub user not post the release within GitHub itself and the code there for people to review? Probably not. You would probably have the code there for you to review. Reason being is because they would want to make sure that you knew that they were above board. At this point, that's not happening with these things. But huge publications want those clicks and they start pushing it. YouTubers want those clicks, so they start pushing it. Other people want those clicks really bad to build YouTube channels to sell to other cryptocurrency YouTubers that wannabes in the future. And they steal thumbnails from me and Red Panda and everybody else, and they try to build up these other channels based on essentially scams. And that's going to be a problem. You need to stay frosty out there. This is very sketchy stuff. I'm very disappointed that WCCF Tech and video cards haven't at least updated the bottom of their articles right now to say, hey, yo, be careful. Don't go around downloading this onto your Windows machine right now. It's not a smart idea. Also, Brandon Coin did a video, I believe it was yesterday. You should check it out. And he was talking about how essentially, if you went to the creators for the light hash rate unlock. If you went to their YouTube page, you can watch a video where they basically leak their miner stat login credentials. You can log in over there and see that there have been none of these cards tested within their miner stat. Okay, so there's a lot going on. You need to be super careful out there. Just sit back, chill. I don't think that 3 nanometer is going to get you to 380 terahash at 650 watts at this point. Here's another way you can tell these things are scams, just like right off the bat. You aren't going to have an ASIC, a SHA-256 ASIC that also runs script, that also runs Ethereum, that also runs Monero, right? It's not going to run ET hash and Crypto Night and script and SHA-256 at the same time. All right, this is just, it's not going to happen. If it did, then they would have to have separate components within that unit to do each one individually, and that would drive the price of that up significantly. So, you know, you would have to have an Ethereum ASIC in there, a script ASIC board in there, and then you would have to have, you know, I guess maybe a whatever for Monero. I don't even know what you would put in there, a CPU, I suppose, a really big one that was awesome that doesn't exist in the market right now. So be careful, guys. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.